My name's Terry Blachek. I'm from Austin, Texas, the great state of Texas, where the sun is hot, the barbecue is good, and the workouts are a little bit tough out here. I say the workouts because I'm a fitness guy and have been a fitness guy, an entrepreneurial fitness guy, built fitness businesses over the last 30 years, and I want to share a little bit about my story and tell you a little bit about who I am and some of my accomplishments. But I think mostly I want to share that so that we can spend a little bit of time together, and I can help you throughout some things. If you're looking at starting a business, if you're looking at creating better relationships in your life, if you're looking at maybe some pointers on leadership, if you're looking for a pocket full of ideas, I'm your guy. So just a few personal things about me is it's important to share because, I talk a lot about people. And whether it's business, whether it's your personal life, businesses are only as good as the people behind it. But I've been I'm very blessed. I have a beautiful daughter. Her name is Taylor Nicole. Went to Penn State, went to Purdue. She graduated as a veterinarian. She just wrapped up her first year out in the real world practicing medicine up in North Jersey. And I just couldn't be more proud of her accomplishments and what she's done. And I also have a beautiful wife. Her name is Siggy, and we've been married now for 2.5 years, been together for 13 years. And again, they say behind every successful man is a very surprised mother-in-law. But the truth of the matter is, I couldn't be as successful as I am without the support, the understanding, the caring of my beautiful wife, Siggy. She was there before when times were tough. She was there when, we didn't really have a lot and we were trying to make ends meet, and she stuck with me. And she's certainly been a big part of my success. So real happy to share that about me personally is that I love to work out. I love to play the guitar. I love to play golf. I love to socialize with my friends and hang out with my friends, and I'm a pretty social person. But in any case, my story starts in a small northeastern Pennsylvania town called Hop Bottom, H-O-P, Bottom. Small town, one blinking light. If you don't slow down, you miss it. But I grew up in a small farm community. My grandfather was a dairy farmer. He and his brother, my grandfather was born in 1901. In 1929, him and his brother started a feed business for small dairy farmers in northeast Pennsylvania. In any case, I went to a boarding high school. I went to a Christian college in southwestern Michigan and graduated with a physical education degree and a minor in business. At the time, this is in the 80s, there weren't a lot of fitness programs out there, so I thought if I had some ideas around fitness and I had some ideas around business, I could get out and start my own fitness business. I ended up becoming a school teacher. I was a high school physical education teacher and a coach for a number of sports. Same time I was going to school for my master's in exercise science. I finished that up at Central Michigan, and then I did all my work. Actually, I had to do a thesis for that, and so I started to look for an opportunity to do that and went to the big city of New York City. And as I went to New York City, I interviewed with 3 different companies. A school teacher, I was making $18,000 a year. And I heard that if you work for a large company in their health and wellness program in New York, you could actually make $40,000. So I got my first experience in marketing. I call that direct mailing of my resumes. I sent it out all over New York City. Finally took a job at the World Trade Center back in 1987. I started at the World Trade Center. Right between the towers was a Marriott hotel. On top of the Marriott hotel was Executive Fitness, and we had a incredible claim to fame. Simon & Schuster wrote a book, and they put us in the book and said we were the best corporate fitness center in the country. We gave everybody shirt, shorts, socks, and jocks. If you were 35 years of age and you wanted to join that fitness center, you had to have a 12-lead EKG if you had some of the major risk factors of high blood pressure, heredity, you were a smoker, you were overweight, etc. But that's how I really got started in the fitness business. I got started as an exercise physiologist, writing exercise programs. And of course, what happened is when they wanted me to work for them, they said, you can work for us, but this is an intern. It's an unpaid internship. So 2 months into it, in fact, I was living in Jersey, working in Manhattan, and ran out of money. I went up to the ATM machine in the World Trade Center, in the concourse of the World Trade Center, took out a $300 cash advance, walked upstairs, knocked on the president's door and said, I love what I'm doing, but I need to make some money. And within a couple weeks, they gave me a manager on duty paid position. And then a few weeks later, I got another position. But that really is what led me into sales. And so what I found out was it was the easiest for me to talk to people about fitness, because I was a fitness guy, but I could convince or persuade people. And if you're good at convincing and persuading, then you're probably good at selling or talking about getting people to go ahead and sign up for fitness. In any case, over the course of the first 10, 11 years, it went from an internship to an MOD, to a sales, to a manager, to a training and development person, to a VP, to ended up becoming the chief operating officer of that company. The company was called the Fitness Company back in the 80s and the 90s. And then I got recruited to go work for Crunch Fitness in the city when they only had a few stores in the city. And we grew that company in Atlanta, in LA, in Chicago. I was with them for 3 years. I left them and went to work for a company in Florida called Lifestyle Family Fitness. I was the VP of sales and did some great things there. We grew that company. I left Lifestyles in 2007, started my own consulting company. I traveled around the world helping health club chains in Canada and Brazil, Mexico, and in the U.S., and I would help health club chains really create their brand, help them with sales, marketing, systems, processes. And I did that for 5 years. And during that time, I was sitting on a roundtable for best practices. And what transpired out of that is I was in Miami, Florida, and a friend of mine said, "Hey, have you ever heard of this woman named Ellen Latham?" And Ellen had a place in Davie, Florida called Ellen's. She had a room for Pilates, a room for spinning, and she had this other concept called Ellen's Ultimate Workout. It was a high-intensity training program with treadmills, TRXs, and rowers. And after I met with her, I said, "Boy, you and I should sit down and talk and maybe start a brand." I was tired of traveling. So in essence, what happened out of that is she said, "Well, I've already got a couple guys from Massage Envy I'm working with." And I happened to know one of them. Dave Long was the CEO of that company. And Dave and I had worked together at Lifestyle Family Fitness a number of years ago, and so they ended up hiring me as a consultant to help them get the program kicked off and put some of their sales manuals and sales training together. That led into me investing in the company and becoming a partner. I opened up a number of stores in Tampa, Florida, and ended up selling that business, buying more area rights, and opened up stores in Austin, Texas, and San Antonio. And about 2.5 years ago, what transpired is I was able to package my studios. I had about 18 stores at the time. I was able to package that together and put it together, use an investment banker, a good friend of mine, Pete Moore. If you're looking for an investment banker, there's a shout out to Pete. But in any case, what I was really did is I was able to have a private equity company come in and buy a portion of my company. And that was a great day for me. And it was a great day for me for a number of reasons. It was a great day because it allowed me, over the course of 25 years of working in the health and fitness business, to kind of realize my dream. It allowed me an opportunity to create some a level of I guess, wealth that could sustain me for a number of years. But and I said this earlier this morning to a group of folks, but what it really allowed me to do was it allowed me to give other people an opportunity that perhaps they couldn't have had. And there were people, when we started Orangetheory Fitness, I presented the concept of Orangetheory Fitness to 25 CEOs, and they all said, "Boy, don't do this." They turned it down. They rejected the concept, rejected the idea. They said, "Terry, whatever you do, don't put your own money into it. It's not going to work. It's not sticky enough." And here we are, 10, 11 years later with 1,500 stores worldwide in 23 different countries, 1,000 stores domestically. I currently have about 62 stores that I own. I've got 135 under my umbrella in the area rights in 7 different states. But the real joy, I guess, is number one is making an idea or taking an idea and turning it into a reality, which in essence is realizing your dream. And I don't know how many of you folks really have an idea, you have a dream, you have a desire, but if you really want to try to realize your dream, I think I have some good ideas that maybe I could help you on. The second thing is a lot of people followed me and believed in me when nobody else did. And they said, hey, I'll partner up with you, or hey, I'll work for you, or hey, I'll follow you from Tampa to Austin, Texas. A good friend of mine, Troy Taylor, he was my very first employee, and he's still with me today. And, there's no more loyal guy out there than Troy Taylor is to me. But when people believe in you and they want to follow you, that's pretty powerful. And one of the great joys was the day that I got paid. Is a lot of people that believed in me, they also got a paycheck and they also got paid. And that was fantastic. I guess the last reason that I'm doing what I'm doing, just to share with you, is I want to give back. I've been able to mentor some folks and bring people along in their careers and in their life and in their relationships. I say this all the time. 50% of my time is running a business, and 50% of my time is human psychology of teaching and coaching and mentoring and bringing people along. But I'd like the opportunity, if you would be so kind as to give me some time, I'd love the opportunity to share with you some ideas that I found to be true in my life, to be true in my business, and potentially you could find those to be true, or maybe some ideas that you could use in your own personal life to improve your relationships, or perhaps build your business, or perhaps do a better job at sales and marketing, or perhaps maybe take a look at your leadership style and how that can be changed, or how you can influence and persuade other folks. In any case, over the next few months, we're going to be sharing some of these ideas with you, and I hope you tune in. I hope you listen in, but I just want to let you know my name's Terry. I'm your friend, and I'd love to have you as being my guest on each and every podcast. Thank you.